Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And would you look at that? My mic is actually working at the beginning of a broadcast. So that is probably a welcome change. But welcome back once again to the WFO Racing League. We're live tonight with the Wicked Wednesday Xfinity Series at Michigan. So we've seen some great racing in the trucks last night here at Michigan, and I don't really expect these cars to be any disappointment either. I think it's going to turn out to be another fabulous race right here at WFO, and I want to thank everyone that tunes in to the broadcast week in and week out and gives these drivers a like, chat it up in there, give those guys something to read when they're rewatching the broadcast tomorrow. They like to see how they did, and they want to see what the fine fans out there are saying. So I want to remind you once again that we're pushing for 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. And we're pushing hard because we want to give free stuff away. And what I mean by that is when we hit 1,000 subscribers, maybe 990, 995, anywhere in there. But when we hit that mark, we're going to do our first ever giveaway here at WFO Racing League. And that giveaway is going to include a sim racing computer or a gaming computer. They're both the same. They're one and the same. You're going to get the keyboard, the mouse, the monitor, everything you need there. But we're not going to stop. We're going to send you a steering wheel and a set of pedals with it. And that's what you need to get sim racing, basically. But we don't want you to sim race. We want you to come over here to WFO and come over here and race with these guys. So we're going to throw in 1 year iRacing subscription. So you're going to get free iRacing for a year. You may have to buy an Xfinity car or a truck and a couple of tracks, but what the hell, right? I mean, you're not in it for an entire year for iRacing because we're going to cover you there. You're not in it for the gaming PC. You're not in it for anything else. I mean, a couple of cars and a couple of tracks, and you're ready to go, ready to rock and roll. So that's 1,000 subscribers. So go ahead and share the stream. Get it out there. Let's get the sub count. Let's get it up there. Make us give this stuff away. We don't really want to give nothing away, but make us give it away. So with that, we're still about a minute and 47, 46 seconds away from getting this thing going tonight. And last night we seen a winner that doesn't visit Victory Lane super often, and it was really awesome to see the guy get a win. He's a hell of a guy. He's been over here at WFO for quite a long time, and Glenn Jamison brought home that win last night in the Truck Series, and we wish Glenn the best of luck here tonight at Michigan Speedway. Michigan's a big track. I think Macaulay cut our laps down possibly tonight, so they're not quite as long as what we seen last night, but that's something I'll have to take a look at next season. That race got over super late, so if anyone had to bail out of the watching a broadcast, we understand it here. We know why. We certainly know why. So with that, we're kind of waiting patiently where we can get that starting grid up. Take a look at some of the cars that are out there. I know a couple of drivers are sporting new paint jobs tonight. One of those is going to be the... Let's see what's going off on my phone. I don't know what it is, but a couple of new paint jobs. One of them's going to be the driver that needs no introduction usually. That's the 3-car Hal Lamy. He's going to be sporting a new paint. He did it in the truck last night, and he's going to have a different paint for the Xfinity car tonight. One of the other drivers that messaged me and said, update your trading paints. That's the bootlegger, Tommy Haynes in the 17. So he's got a new paint. And I already peeked and seen it, so I know what it looks like. But he's got a new paint to show off to you tonight, too. And I know he's going to be working hard out there to, like all these guys are, including the driver of the 3-car, to try to get that thing to Victory Lane. That's what it's all about. But really, winning's not everything. Because if you're not having fun doing it, was it worth doing in the first place? That's all I'm going to say there. You gotta You got to make sure you have fun. That's what it's all about, in my opinion. And I don't know what the hell I just pulled up there, but I'm going to try to drag that off our screen, and I'm probably not going to be able to. Well, I can scroll through it, but there we go. Okay, and I killed my timing screen and everything, so we'll pretend like I didn't. I'm trying to do a starting grid, but this is not going good. Let's pull up your grid, starting P1. He's not loaded in yet, but it's going to be the 7 car. Benjamin Lacey, good to see Ben back here. To his outside in second, you know that guy. Last night's driver of the day. Just Rick in the 10 car, Rick Fagone. Starting third tonight, 72 car. It's got Skull on it tonight. That's Jacob Daniels driving that 72. And to his outside in fourth, you're going to find a number 33 car right next to him, Vernon Markheim. Fifth tonight, you know this driver, multiple-time champion at WFO. Can't even count how many this feller's won. Can't even count the races he's won. That's the 31 there, Richard Holland, and to his outside in sixth. Check out the new paint on that car. That guy don't need an introduction. That's Al Amy in the 3 car. John Sanu bringing up the fifth, actually 7th starting spot in 86 car. And then a new driver here is going to be this 36 car right there, Dave Nestor starting 8th. 9th position is going to be Craig Lerman in the 11 car. In his outside in 12th, you're going to see Cody Williams right here in the 12 car. 13th tonight's going to be the Coop, Bradley Cooper driving a 5 car, and his outside, or that's actually 11th tonight's Coop, and 12th is going to be Michael McCauley driving 81 car. 13th will be John T. Wimbish in the 56 car, and then you got Dan Witt to his outside in the 99 car starting 14th. 15th tonight, Mike J. Mitchell, love that Jegs paint job on there in the 2 car, and to his outside in 16th is going to be the 17 car, the bootlegger Tommy Haynes, sporting that new Valvoline paint and driving a Ford tonight. So there you go with that. Bill English. Well, we'll get out of that end car, and we'll go to Bill English, starting 17th in the 52, and his outside in 18th is going to be the 718 of Raymond Chest. 19th tonight, Chuck Sweeting in the 75 car, and his outside in 20th. That's going to be 00 of Nick Hunt. 21st tonight, Burt Wilson in the 70, and his outside is going to be LZ Daly in the 22nd spot. 23rd will be Glenn Jamison. 24th, the 39 of Dalton C. And that's going to do it for your starting grid. We're green flagging racing just like that. So back to the front of the field where the race is happening. That 3 car, good starting spot for him tonight. Back there battling for the 4th position on the racetrack. But Benjamin Lacey, he's got one thing on his mind. That's make everybody in his rear view mirror get smaller. Literally, that's what Benjamin Lacey's going to try to do here. But the 10 car Rick Fagone, just Rick, he's got other ideas. He's going to try to keep that 10 car right up there. And I'll tell you, guys and gals, we seen it last night. And the 10 and the 3 may have made a mistake. I thought they did the tire thing on purpose, but they may have made a mistake, and they took tires when they didn't really mean to early in that race, and it got them out there to a good lead, but then a caution came out that kind of screwed all that up. So you're looking at the 3rd car. He did make it to the 4th position, so Hal Amy starting off really strong right here on lap 2, running in the top 5 solid. 31 car, Richard Holland, he's going to round out the top 5 right now, but we're going to go back to the battle behind him. 6th place, Jacob Daniels. 86 car, John Sanu. Great battle right here, side by side. Working lap 3 of 85 laps tonight, so we do have a little bit shorter race. And that was just due to the time last night. The race went a little bit late. I don't think it got over till around 11 p.m. And by the time I got out of here from doing the interviews and the points, it was well after 11. So we want to kind of get it done a little bit earlier than that. Way some of us can get up and get our days going. We waste too much of it on the night before, and We don't have a good day on the next one. Or we do have a good day and we pretend like we don't, or whatever you want to, however you want to look at it. So the 72 won that sixth place battle. He's going to keep it. He's running a little bit higher line on the track, too. Looking at that green and white 72 car. Want to give a shout out to his mom. I know she tunes into the broadcast week in and week out. And we're glad you do. I know he's happy that you're tuning in week and week out and race after race. And we're happy that you're watching the stream and supporting not only your son out there driving, but you also help support WFO Racing Network, the entire league. Keep the viewer count up on YouTube. Makes it all nice. It's pretty cool. I pulled up this little box that it has all the car numbers on it. So I'm gonna blow that up here because I think if I click on it, it'll take me to that car. So I could just do it by car number now instead of looking all around. So I'll expand that box here. Make it 3 rows and a little bit easier. Checking out the new paint job right there. That's on the 17 car, the bootlegger Tommy Haynes. He's back here in the 13th position right now. So this driver's going to have a little bit of work to do, but again, it makes you wonder who's saving. You know, who's saving tires right now? We only got a couple of sets of tires to take us 85 laps. So which drivers are out there saving tires? Back up here closer to the front. Your race leader, though, still this 7 car right here, Benjamin Lacey. But I'll tell you what, he's got company. The Dylan Bryant, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you in the chat. The 10 car right there, Rick Fagone, putting a little bit of pressure on him a second ago, and he is again. You see Fagone getting a little bit better run down the straightaway. So the 7 car, 7 laps in, and look at the run the 10 gets now. As these tires start to wear here in the Xfinity car, the 10 car just getting a phenomenal run down the straightaway using the draft. And he looks like he's ready to pounce, maybe take the lead away from the driver of the 7, and he does. Brand new leader, just Rick Fagone right there. So 10 car going to the front. Hi, Cindy. Welcome to the stream. Will the 7 cross him over, though? He's looking on the bottom of the track. I don't think so. That 10 car is just so strong on the high side. He's going to have more momentum down the straightaway, and that's going to propel him out front. He's going to try to check out on him now. And I'll tell you, Benjamin Lacey there in the 7's got his hands full with the 33 now. Vernon Markheim, and not too far behind that is going to be Hal Amy in the 3 car. So brand new paint job on that car, and I'll tell you, past few nights and actually the whole season so far, kind of look like a brand new driver. Hal's got a lot more confidence, a lot more spirit, and that equals a lot more momentum usually. And you see the 3 starting off strong here at Michigan, and I don't expect that to end as he's pulling up on the 33 right now, and this is a battle to get inside that coveted top 3 here. You know, if you can finish in the top 3, that you're going to end up in a broadcast booth with an interview. You either do that or you win the driver of the day, and you'll end up here. But due to the time that these things are getting over, I like the driver of the day to be in the top 3 so I can do a double interview and call it a day. Hal, though, battling with his teammate, the 31 right there, Richard Holland, and that's going to be for that 4th spot. And you see John Sanu closing up, which reminds me to say hello to Mr. and Mrs. Sanu. I know you tune in week and week out as well. Watch your boy drive that 86 car around, or truck, depending on which night it is. John's a good guy. I think he's been over here at WFO for probably as long as he's been on iRacing, to be honest with you. And a lot of our drivers at WFO, believe it or not, have been here since almost the very beginning. Some of them since the beginning. And that's just it just shows you. It really shows you how good the racers are at WFO and what kind of people they are. You get guys that join and they don't go nowhere, and it's awesome. It's really good to see that kind of atmosphere. Heck, you get a guy in a broadcast booth and he don't go nowhere either. But his co-commentator, he's last 3 broadcasts, that feller's nowhere to be found. I'm pretty sure he's on the mothership and he's doing some probing. The aliens are doing some probing. You know, I don't want to get into none of that. But I'm sure that's what Nation's up to now. And up front, Benjamin Lacey in the 7 car. He must have cooled his right front down and found something because he's going to power back to the lead. But, man, these first 7 cars maybe, at least 7. Let's go back to 8th. Actually, 8 cars. Does it go back farther? Nope, Tommy Haynes is back there about 7/10 of a second, so he's not far behind that lead. And I'll tell you, that 17 car, the bootlegger, he's moving forward. But I guess we're going to have to tell. Oh, you got it, Dylan. It is. They're great guys over here. Man, I miss having you and Larry Dickerson in here, though. I know that work schedules and stuff change around, and you guys have to miss out on some racing, but I hate it. I hate it for you. Yeah, Nation's probably doing the probing by now, Dylan. This has been going on for, 2 or 3 years, so I'm sure he's moved up the ladder. Sure that feller's moved right on up that ladder. He's a King Earthling Prober. We'll go. No, I don't even think that title's ever been said ever. I do like the flat black on this paint job, though. So Tommy picked him out a pretty good one here tonight, debuting it. Man, outside wall, though. Put some scratches on it. Did you see the drivers react behind him, and we got a caution flag? I don't know who it was or how it happened. I got to see who's dropping. Possibly could have found it, but I don't know yet. Hit an instant replay, and I don't think it was him. I think it was actually a different driver, maybe. Right there, 33 car. Outside wall contact, and he went for a ride after that. We'll back that up one more time. As he's going to... Well, I don't know. It's glitching out pretty good, so we're just going to get back to live. Front of the field, though, Benjamin Lacey, your race leader. And for the most part, he's had them covered. I seen Just Rick there in the 10 car get up there, but look at John Sanu moving up to the 2nd position. Richard Holland up to 3rd. Hi, Denise. Welcome to the stream. Next week, Dylan Bryant coming back. Look at that. Can't wait, man. Be really really good to see you back over here. Racing with these guys at WFO. And that's going to make me wish I could get in a car from time to time, but I got double duty this season. I do Tuesday and Wednesday night. And, of course, I got 6 more Sunday night races left this season, too. So I'm busy 3 nights a week broadcasting on YouTube now. So the WFO Racing Network is live 3 times a week. You can catch us on Tuesday and Wednesday night, and then you can catch me doing a different league on Sunday night. So that's how the schedule goes. Sometimes Nation's here, but I'll tell you, he's been missing more than he's been here as of late. Honestly. Look at the race off pit road. Good race there. I don't know who won it, but I think the 12 car, Cody Williams, is going to be the winner off pit road. And look at the top 3. HJRM making just really good pit stops. 12 car leading it. Just Rick in the 10 second. And then you got the man that needs no introduction there, Hal Lamey, sitting back in the 3rd spot. The race leader coming in is that 7 of Benjamin Lacey. He's going to be back in the 4th position. And look at that, the 5 car, the coupe right there. Mr. Bojangles 91 on Twitch, Bradley Cooper. Those damn aliens, you better believe it. I mean, it's hard to imagine what they do all these hours that he spends up there with them, but I'm sure we don't want a picture of it. We don't need to make a mental picture in our head of what might be going on there. So I got a new tab open here, and I like that it has the car numbers on it. And I think it'll do ascending. So I'm not sure exactly how that works. Oh, you can do it by name or car number. That's pretty cool. Oh, I like that better. Class, driver name, team name. Oh, you can even do it by I rating. That's funny. We'll do it by position, so we know the 12 car is your race leader, 10 car right now, restarting on the high side. He is. I mean that's the only. That's all I can think is the guy's just having too much fun. Ever since that mothership come down, he's been putting in overtime with them. There's no doubt about that. And if he's keeping them from attacking our great planet Earth here, then my hat's off to Nation. He's doing God's work, in my opinion. So keep doing it, Nation 01. You keep being you, man. Keep being real. So lights are out on that pace car. We're going to get ready to go back to some green flag racing right here with the WFO Racing Leagues. Wicked Wednesday Xfinity Series live at Michigan tonight, or today. We're going to call it today because I believe it's daylight out there, so we'll go with today. Pace cars in. Geico restart zone, and we're back to green flag racing just like that. 12-car Cody Williams going through the gears. But look at the start the 3-car got. Hal Lamy keeping it in the top 5 for the first 16-lap run. That 3-car now is battling for second with his teammate. I'd say the driver of the 3-car has a preferred line, but look at Benjamin Lacey right there in the 7-car. Where did he come from all of a sudden? That car's got a head of steam down the straightaway. Hal's going to fall in line in between a couple of teammates here. And Lacey in the 7 is going to be going for the lead. No, for second. He took it easily. I think the 7 might have strapped on a set of tires there. Yeah. Oh, I think he might have sent me a camera view. If you guys want to see a camera view of the mothership here, let's go. There it is right there, circling Michigan Speedway. We got the camera on board the mothership, and Nation is not the cameraman. He's nowhere in sight because he's probably behind closed doors doing some special probing right now. Look at the battle back there, though. You see the first two. Benjamin Lacey taking the lead, but let's go back here. That's the 17 car battling. He's got Just Rick on his bumper. And then you got somebody driving on the bottom like they stole that thing. And that might be John Sanu, actually. We don't know till we get off the mothership. So let's try to get the camera back down so we can see. And it absolutely is. 17 of Tommy Haynes has got the 3rd spot, but the 86 of John Sanu wants it. And John Sanu's going to take it. Look at that. Put Sanu in the 86 in the top 3. That's going to knock that 17 car back, and the battle behind them's it's a good one. 5 car, 10 car, 31 car, 72 car, 3 car, 75 car. Chuck Sweeting, where did he come from? Oh, and let's not forget Dan Witt there in the 99 car. I mean, where did these guys come from? They're here. That's all that matters, and the race is on. We'll just call that the mothership camera from now on when I go into that view of it. We got the regular, 31 cars on the bottom of the track, and I don't know why. So Holland jumping out of line, and he's dropping back. He's coming to pit road. Unexpected pit stop right there for the driver of the 31. Not sure if maybe there was a possible penalty that he may have got on pit road that he's got to come down and serve, but might even be some damage on the front of the car. I'll tell you what, let's back this up to what happened here. I think the damage was already on the front of the car. He blew up. Yeah, you could see the damage on the nose of that car. And we're going to go with the, no, wrong camera. Right there. There's the damage on the front of the car. And I don't know where that damage come from. He must have got it on the restart because he's got it back here for a little ways. But you see how bent up the front of the race car is from getting into the back of another one. And then watch what happens when he drives down here into the corner. Off the gas and goes to pick up the throttle, and it blows up. And, man, that 99 car almost got into him. And I'm not even kidding. That was close. So we're going to go up, and I think Holland he took it to the garage, along with the 81 of McCauley, the 33 of Vernon Markheim. So we got 3 of them in the garage tonight. But your race leader on lap 24 of 85 laps of racing here is going to be the 7 car right now, Benjamin Lacey. And he spent a lot of laps up there so far. Lacey's been up there for 16 of the 24 laps. So this guy's going to try to, I think he's going for domination of the race tonight, but I'm not going to say that's what he's doing, but I think that's what he's going for. We go back here into 72. Jacob Daniels working up into the top 3 with that Skull green and white car right there. I know his mom's cheering right now. I know Jacob's mom's watching the broadcast and cheering for him. It is pretty cool that we got the mothership camera. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to deny that Nation might have come in after the broadcast last night, conveniently showed up right after the broadcast. And he's like, I got a new camera for us, Fern. So that's compliments of the mothership right there, actually circling Michigan Speedway as they're racing right here. It's the vortex that just sucked it right in. 12 car, Cody Williams restarted up front, holding the 4th spot, but the 99 of Dan Witt, he wants it. In some of these cars that are taking off like that, I wouldn't be surprised if they took tires and some of these other drivers didn't. So later in the race, what they gain now, they're going to give up when they have to do a run with no tires, where these other guys are going to be able to take tires. So that's how that works. And, I mean, we've seen Hal running up front earlier. He's now back here in the 12th position. But that's why he's right back here with Rick Vagone, and we've seen this last night. I mean, these guys did not take tires under the first stop because they kind of learned it last night. So they're going to run out and save their tires so they can have them for the rest of the race. And I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at that 10th place car because I really do like the paint job on this machine, too. That Jegs car looks real good out there. He's in the 10th position. He's following the 56 car of John T. Wimbish. Look for a couple of more of these drivers. 00 John Deere car. Nick Hunt right there in the 00 car. And I found out that this driver right ahead of him in the 6 car is actually his son-in-law. And that's going to be LZ Daly driving a 6 car. LZ made a start in a truck last night. So I want to welcome LZ to WFO. And it's great to have you over here. And Dalton C., a new driver that joined us last week. But we also got Dave Nestor running 15th in the 36 car, another new driver here. So really good to see some new drivers at WFO. Join these guys, and hopefully they have a great time, great racing, a lot of fun. And they come back next week. And a week after, that, because we're going to be here. So how the bootlegger? Well, actually, let's take a look at how last night's winner's doing. 63 car, Glenn Jamison. You see him right here battling for position. He's 16th right now. I think he's got Dave Nestor right there in front of him. 36 car, and now he's got the 52 of Bill English right beside him. Meanwhile, I'm going to find a bootlegger, 17, battling with the 75 of Chuck Sweeting. So Tommy Haynes and Chuck Sweeting doing battle. Coop back there watching it. This is 6th, 7th, 8th position on the racetrack. You see a red car in front of him. That's the 99 of Dan Witt. He's up there in the 5th position right now. So Witt's the one rounding out the top 5. And these drivers are battling it out. 17 car running a little bit higher line. 75 car working a little lower line. And you see Coop also using a little bit higher line here. And it seems like if you run a little bit higher, that you might be able to get a little bit better run down the straightaway. But the shortest way around the track, well, that's usually around the bottom of the track. We're a little bit into this run now, 15 laps. Not sure what they can go on a tank of fuel, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not much more than 19 or 20 laps, kind of like what we seen with the trucks here last night. So it may be down a little on the fuel, no doubt about it. And we got a battle for position. I believe the bootlegger might lose a couple here. He's battling side by side with the 5 of Bradley Cooper. That's the 5 and 17 car, and that's for the 7th position, I believe. So Coop trying to take that spot away. And I look at that. Chuck Sweeting's caught the 99 car almost. So Sweeting's going after the 99 to get in the top 5 right now. But I'll tell you, a driver that set sail, the driver of the 7 car, Benjamin Lacey. And when I say he set sail, he's out of here. See you later. Checked out. 3.6 seconds right now. 3.7 seconds. That's the lead for the car that's been dominating since the drop of the green flag. That driver's name is Benjamin Lacey. And he's wheeling that 7 car out there. 33 laps into it, but don't worry, there's still plenty of racing here. 33 of 85 laps, that is, so a long way to go. We're not there yet, and anything can happen. We've seen it last night. Just because you lead the most laps doesn't mean you're going to lead the last lap. And you don't even have to lead the whole last lap to win the thing. I mean, you can make the pass at the line. I'm watching a battle with the 86, second place, third place, 72, Jacob Daniels. I don't believe I've done it through the field yet, but I don't think I'm going to do it until after they do a round of green flag pit stops. That way I got plenty of time to work through all the drivers. I don't want to do it too quickly, and you just run out of time. Let's see what's going on my phone. Nothing. Kind of tired tonight. But it doesn't mean we're not going to get this thing done. Benjamin Lacey, though, I think he's put me to sleep. He's too far out there. I got to get where a couple cars might be doing battle. Let's go back and try to look for that. Oh, there's a whole bunch of cars. Heck, there's even more in front of them. So let's go here. Nope, let's go a little farther up. Let's go here. There we go. We got several cars around each other, but 20 laps in, I'm going to say green flag pit stops are going to be coming up real soon for these drivers. And, man, I'll tell you guys, McCauley retired that thing, and he's out of Discord. So Michael McCauley has left the building. He didn't want no part of it tonight. He bailed out, so he's out of here. Peace out, McCauley. It's good while it lasted, bud. Man, Lacey's out there, though. 4.1 seconds. He must have took tires on that last pit stop because that first run he wasn't able to drive away like that. So I'm wondering if these other guys took tires or if some of them might have done 2 tires like the 86 and 72. But I'll tell you what, John Sanu doing a hell of a job wheeling that 86 car around Michigan Speedway here. And this driver, the 72 of Jacob Daniels. Then you go back to fourth, 12 car Cody Williams. He's able to maintain a top 5 position with the 12 car. So good job for him. Chuck Sweeting also in the top 5 now. Sweeting got around a 99 car, so that's going to put the 75 car up in the top 5. 21 laps into the run, so they should be getting tires pretty shortly here. Oh, look at that. Got some cold beers. Nothing wrong with that. Dan Witt in the 99. It might be cheers. Cold beers, cheers. I guess it all goes together. Maybe McCauley went and got him a cold beer, and that's why he got out of here. 22 laps in, so I don't know how long they can go. Honestly, I figured it'd be about 20 laps or so. So we'll see if they can get in there in the next lap, and I won't be too stupid here. Here's the coupe right there in the 5 car. Riding in the 6th position right now. And Hal Lamy in the 3 car, fighting back inside the top 10. So he's making a pretty good recovery. Oh, we did have one go to pit road, 10 car. Just Rick Fagone. We got a few that have been to pit road now. So your race leaders haven't been there, but some of those guys farther back, like the 10, well, they've been to pit road. He wanted to get down there and get him a set of tires. 72. Ooh, close racing with the 17 and the 86 right there. We almost had an accident. That would not have been good. I believe that 17 car may have come to pit road and has a new set of tires on. He actually did. He pitted a little bit shorter, so he's running on new tires here. 86 in the 7 car. They have not come to pit road yet. 24 laps on this stint. The 7 car is going to keep it out and pass pit road again. We'll see what the 86 does here. He's going to pass pit road, keep it out there as well. So top 2's not pitted. Your top 3's not pitted. Your top 4's not pitted. Top 5's not. Top 6 hasn't. Top 7 hasn't. Nobody in the top 10 has brought it to pit road yet. But other drivers had. I believe the 3 car just took it to pit road. You can see him working his way off of pit road right now. So a lot of these guys in the top 10 are keeping it out there. 86 car is going to go this time. He's on the bottom of the track. It looks like he's going to get slowed down for pit road, and he does. So that's going to be the 86 car. He's going to bring the 72 car in, the leaders in the 7. And Chuck Sweeting's going to stay out on the racetrack for another circuit at least. Coop's going to stay out there as well in the 5 car. Burt Wilson, the 00. 00 may have pitted. I know the 3 car's already been to pit road. 56 is coming off of pit road. Oh, my little dog come to see me, of course, and he's soaking ass wet. Wife give that little feller a bath, and what's he want to do? Come up and just rub right against me. He's like, I'm all wet, I'm all wet. Well, go dry your ass off then. I can't put you up here, you're all wet. Oh, I'm going to be right back. Hello. All right, I thought I was back, but, the mic muted again, so hopefully you've been enjoying the sights and sounds on the racetrack. I do apologize for that. It's not often I get a phone call that disturbs me in the meantime, but not much has changed at the front of the field. This guy right here, 45 laps led now, Benjamin Lacey in the 7 car. He is dominating this thing, but Chuck Sweeting, watch out. We know this driver's fast. Last night, though, I believe he was in the top 3 even, second or third. That 75 car, week in and week out, a threat to be up there. And tonight is no exception to it. Chuck Sweeting has the 75 car in the second spot. He's about 7 seconds behind Ben Lacey, though. John Sanu, though, in the 86 car. 30 laps to go. My hat's off to this driver. He's doing an awesome job. So we're going to turn this into a through the field, change of view a little bit, go on board with the driver of the 86 car. I can tell you what he sees out of his front windshield, and that's the back of the 75 machine of Chuck Sweeting. We'll go back to 4th. We're going to get on board with this driver, the 12 car. Cody Williams right here in the 12. Cody currently running in the 4th position. He put himself up there actually through hard work. He had a little bit of work to do to get up here to the 4th spot. Jacob Daniels, another driver having a great run here tonight. 5th place right now in the 72 car. You see how much wheel they got in that car. Just look at the red line. That red line, when it's center, they're going straight. So, well, he's actually got it a little bit to the left from center. So, I don't know. Car don't look like it's handling too bad. It looks like it might be a little on the snug side, but other than that, it don't look like it's doing too bad. I appreciate all of you viewers for hanging in there. And in fact, I think when I was off the phone, I had more viewers in here than I did when I got back on the broadcast. So that's how it works from time to time, right? We go back to 7th. You're going to find John Wimbish right here in the 56 car. John having a good run here at Michigan. So it's going to be a good track for him today. We'll watch him go through a couple of corners here. Get down to the start-finish line. It's going to be 26 laps to go when he gets there. Go back to 8th place. We're going to be on board with the 00 car of Nick Hunt. You see that yellow in there? That's the John Deere color, yellow. Nick rocking that John Deere paint scheme. I love the car. Love the paint on it. And this gives you a good view of what that driver is seeing. You're seeing what the driver's seeing as we go on board with the 63 car, Glenn Jamison. He can see that 00 car, the John Deere green, right in front of him. That's the view out of Glenn's windshield. Last night's winner got himself back into the top 10 here tonight in the Xfinity car. Go back to 10th. We're going to jump on board with this driver right here. He don't need an introduction. Hell, I don't even need to tell you who he is. That's going to be Hal Lamey in the 3 car. He's wheeling it right now. Got the car back in the top 10, 26 laps to go. You never know. I mean, a late caution here. Caution with 20 to go. Who knows? We're getting close to pit stops again, so we're going to cruise back here to 11th. That's going to be Burt Wilson driving a 70 car, and he's right on the bumper of the 3 car. I think Burt's trying to take it, put himself in the top 10, and he might be trying to put Hal behind him as he's going to go for the position here. So Burt moving forward, and I'm going to get on board with a new driver here, and that's going to be LZ Daly driving a 6 car. So LZ on his second start with WFO. I believe he made a start in the trucks last night here at Michigan, so he's going to make a start in the Xfinity car now, and he's doing a great job running in the 12th position. As I go back one more, I'm going to jump on board with the 13th place driver. That's going to be Dan Witt driving a 99 car. He's going to be coming out of turn 4 right now. A little bit of glitch, but some of these cars are making pit stops now, so it's going to change the whole driving order. And I'm going to drop the through the field momentarily while that's happening and give you a little different view. It's going to be the gyro cam. And this driver doesn't have a very good connection, so we'll get on board with the 72 here. We got 24 laps to go, 23 laps to go. So I can tell you it's going to be the final green flag pit stop of the race for these drivers. I think they can go all the way after this on fuel. And we've gone a long way, 62 laps. We've had one caution flag. It was early on, and now we've been 62 laps of racing. We got 23 to go. And Benjamin Lacey, I think these other drivers are going to need to work a little bit of strategy here. Actually, wrong car. Benjamin Lacey right here, the leader, 7 car. He's your leader by 6.6 seconds. He has not been to pit road yet. Chuck Sweeting has not been to pit road yet. John Sanu hasn't. But Cody Williams has. Bradley, the Coop Cooper's still out there. John T. Wimbish, Glenn Jamison. So still several cars who have not come to pit road, including the race leader right here in the 7 car. We got several that have not come to pit road, and we have drivers that have. So that's your rundown. Whether you like it or you don't, that's your rundown. I don't think that's null and void. That don't matter. Of course you like it. It's great racing, right? Who could not like it? We do like a couple of cautions here and there, though. Those late ones don't bother us much either. That kind of bunches that field up, man, and it really, you think you'll have a guy that dominated, lead 55 of 64 laps, and you get a late caution, and that might be the end of his domination, you know. And you may get a brand new winner, but we've got your top 9 all the way back here to the 52 of Bill English have not pitted. So the guys that do short pit, I think that's going to help them make up some time. But also, I don't know who has tires and who don't. I don't know if Benjamin Lacey's got another set of tires on pit road waiting for him. And we don't know who's got tires and who don't. But the 72 car is on pit road. So he's going to give up the 4th position to come to pit road right here. And we'll see if he's got tires. That'll be a good one to watch and see if the right side of the car goes up as he passes by Holland, who's still sitting on pit road there. Yes, right sides are up, so the 72 does have at least the right side tires. And nope, he's got all 4 of them. So he's going to put 4 tires on the final pit stop with 20 to go. And your race leader's on pit road, so we're going to find out if he's got tires left. And you can tell. If their car goes up, then you know they're changing tires and they have more. But if the car don't go up, then they don't have any more tires. Lacey's on pit road, and the right sides are up, so your race leader does have tires left. Right sides are down, and the left sides are up. Yep, you can say fire whenever you want when that caution comes out. Or wait, maybe I'm the one that's supposed to. Man, Chuck Sweeting brought it in hot. 75 car getting everything he could on the racetrack, and that's a product of being in second. You want to make up all the time you can, and the leader actually pitted the lap before him. So short pitting is going to give you an advantage, but the disadvantage is the leader's going to have fresher tires, but the right side of the 75 car is up in the air. So he's going to get at least 2 here. Left side's up, he's going to get 4. That's the easiest way to look at it. Watch Bill English in the 52 car. That Busch car, that's right, the Busch car right there. And, yep, I mean, we're 18 to go, and we still seen not one. We haven't heard one little thing from Nation 01, but we did get this awesome, awesome view from the mothership that Nation's on right now. There's some serious probing going on, but Nation's definitely on that mothership because we have the camera view to back it up. Taking a look from the aerial view here, you're looking at your second and third place cars. 12 car, Cody Williams, third. 75 car, Chuck Sweeting, second. and then 6.8 seconds ahead of them. 7 car, way up here by itself, Benjamin Lacey. 17 laps to go. They don't have to pit again. If it stays green, this guy's got one hell of a lead. He has a 6.790 second lead, and that's going to be hard to overcome. But we're going to find out if anybody's got any magic left that can go do something with them as we check on a couple of other guys. Impressed with the 17 car. Nice recovery up in the 4th spot. He's about 3 seconds behind the 3rd position, about 11 seconds behind your race leader right now. And that's Tommy the Bootlegger Haynes right here, rocking a new paint job. I think it's the flat black with the chrome on the doors that I like. A little bit of racing there. John Sanu going up and wrestling away the 4th spot from Tommy Haynes, 86 car. We seen him up there as high as 2nd. That man's on a mission. I'm not lying. I think they should put Uber on the feller's car. He's hauling something around this track tonight. So John Sanu having a great race. Jacob Daniels, another car I've been really impressed with this whole run, up in the top 6, having a great run here at Michigan. So good track for this driver too. And of course the coupe, you can't never forget about the coupe right there, Bradley Cooper in the 5 car. You want to know where the driver that needs no introduction's at? He's back here in the 12th position right now. So he's kind of, he faded back a couple of spots. But there's still 14 laps to go. So still plenty of time to get up there in the top 10. Hi, Diana. Welcome to the stream here tonight. Unfortunately, no Nation 01, but I'll show you where he's at. Right here. That's the mothership circling Michigan Speedway. And that's our camera view of at the moment, so gives you an idea of where Nation's at. They had it kind of orbiting the planet for a couple of weeks, and they finally started orbiting the racetrack today, and Nation sent us the camera. So this is a camera from the mothership, actually, the alien mothership, and I guess Nation probed the right aliens to get this camera, is all I can say. And you're taking a look at the 3-car Hal Lamy out there. The aliens are trying to get you a close-up. That's a good-looking paint. He's rocking a new paint. He started it last night with the truck, and he's got the same paint scheme carried over here to the number 3 Xfinity car tonight. So meanwhile, up in 2nd, you got Just Rick, or Rick Vagone, driving a 10 car. Through the field, do we got enough time? Do it one more time here. We might. Race leader Benjamin Lacey. He's led, I don't know how many laps now, 62 laps here so far. He's going to have 11 to go at the line, and we're going to burn through this quickly. 2nd place, and only about 5.1 seconds back. This guy's been making up time, the 75 of Chuck Sweeting, trying his best to reel that race leader in. Chuck Sweeting currently in the 2nd spot. We go back to 3rd. We're going to get on board with the 12th car of Cody Williams. Cody is, he's not back there far behind. Actually, 6 seconds behind Chuck, so I'm sorry. He's about as far behind Chuck Sweeting in 2nd as Chuck Sweeting's behind Benjamin Lacey in 1st. So I'm going to jump on board now with the 86 car. This driver's going to be John Sanu, running in the 4th position. John's not that far behind Cody. So he's John's only about 1.6 out of the top 3, but he's got company. Not too far behind him's this guy, the 72 of Jacob Daniels, rounding out the top 5. 10 laps to go, so we got to keep cooking through here. Get on board 6th place, Bradley Cooper. So Bradley Cooper currently in the 6th position in the 5 car. And he's under battle from Tommy Haynes. Maybe not. I think Tommy's 3.2 seconds back in the 17 car. So he's rocking a new paint job. We got to keep going. Look at the 8th place car, 00. Nick Hunt doing a great job here. 9 laps to go. Got her inside the top 10. Another guy in the top 10 is going to be last night's winner, the 63 of Glenn Jamison, running 9th. Next week, let's take a look at next week real quick for you. Atlanta Motor Speedway next week, which is pretty exciting because it's going to be the old Atlanta Motor Speedway. As we go back to 10th position, get on board with Burt Wilson driving a 70 car. Burt having a good run here, too, just inside the top 10. He's got some cars up in front of him that are probably going to be for position. As we go back to 11th, we're on board with the 56 of John T. Wimbish. And then in 12th, we're going to get on board with the favorite driver of most of the viewers here on YouTube right now. That's the 3-car Hal Amy. Hal doing a great job. We've seen him up in the top 3 and 4 early in the race, and he kind of faded back a little bit, and there's just been no cautions to give a guy a chance to recover. I'll go back on board with the 13th place driver. That's going to be LZ Daly in the 6 car. First start in the Wicked Wednesday Xfinity Series for LZ. LZ is the son-in-law of the driver of the 00 car, Nick Hunt. So, welcome to WFO once again, LZ. And now we're on board with the 14th place driver, the 52 of Bill English. I can tell you, you can't see it, but he's driving the Busch paint scheme. That's the paint scheme on it. We go back to 15th. We'll get on board with that 2 car. This is a good-looking paint job, too. That's going to be the Jeg-sponsored ride of Mike Mitchell. So Mitchell back here in the 15th position. I'll find one more as I go back to 16th and get on board with the 99 car of Dan Witt. And if you look right in front of Dan Witt, that's your race leader. That's the 7 car right there, Benjamin Lacey. So now Tommy Haynes on pit road. Don't know what happened to the 17 car, but he's going to make a pit stop and get back out there. And I'm going to jump back to 17th, get on board with the 39 car, Dalton C. And you see the 72, Jacob Daniels, going by him. Go back to 17th on board with the 11 car, Craig Lerman. Haven't talked much about Lerman tonight, but we're going to get through the field here. We'll skip 19th and go to just Rick Fagone right here in the 10 car. So Fagone back here a ways. Couple of laps down now, so he had to make a pit stop too. And then I'm back here now with the 718 of Raymond Chest. He's going to be the last car on the track tonight in the 20th position. And we're down to 5 to go. So I can tell you that this driver right here, get the camera working right, Chuck Sweeting. He's knocked off a little more time. He's got the lead down to 4.3 seconds, but is 5 laps enough? I mean, you're talking about a second a lap, and he's knocking off a couple of tenths of a second a lap. So I just don't think the driver of the 75 is going to have time to catch this guy. Could he have ever caught him, though? Benjamin Lacey. We've run 81 laps here at Michigan. Benjamin Lacey in that 7 car, he's led 70 of them. I call that domination anywhere you go. And he's got a pretty good lead. You can see it at the top. The gap, 4.3 seconds right now over Chuck Sweeting. He's got the 2 car, who I think we've seen in the top 15, actually, in 14th position. So he's about ready to lap the 14th place driver as we come up to 3 to go. We'll go back and find Cody. He's working on a top 3, and if he can pull that off, that would be absolutely awesome, because I can do a double interview. A podium finish with a driver of the day makes it easier for me, and I don't have to stay up as late, but tonight's going to not be as late anyway because it's 10:03 by my watch, so much earlier than last night, and I like it better. Thank you, Michael McCauley. And take a look at the round out on the top 5 because it's contested too. 72 car, Jacob Daniels has the 5th spot, but the 5 car, Bradley Cooper, has something to say about that. You see Coop battling right now. This is a battle for the 5th position, so to get in that coveted top 5 right here. Benjamin Lacey's actually in a good position to win the race and lock himself into the All-Star race, where these drivers are going to race to a these drivers are going to actually race for a 1-year iRacing subscription. So if they win the All-Star race, they'll win a 1-year iRacing subscription. And that's just for the drivers, the All-Star race. And I know a win in either series is going to lock you into that race. And Macaulay has the details on that, but unfortunately he's not here right now. And we're on the final lap here at Michigan with the Wicked Wednesday Xfinity Series. Race number 2 on the 15-race season, that's right. Number 2 on 2 of 10 regular season races before we go to 5 chase races. Benjamin Lacey's going to come out of turn 4 for the final time. That's right. He's got 3.94 second lead, and he's going to take it to the start-finish line and win at Michigan. Your winner, the 7-car Benjamin Lacey. Back in second, there's the 75 of Chuck Sweeting crossing the line in third. Coming out of turn 4, Johnson News going to hold off a battle from the 12 car, and Johnson News going to put the 86 car on the podium. Cody Williams going to bring it home in 4th and get your driver of the day. And right here, the 5 car, the Coop, Bradley Cooper, going to bring it home in the top 5. And that's as far back as I'm going. We're going to get back on the race leader right here. He's probably going to bring it up here and burn it down, if I had to guess. And I'll tell you what I'm going to burn down. I'm going to burn my ass through some interviews because I'm tired. That's right. I know you don't want to hear that, but we are. So we're going to let that 7 car just burn it down till it's junk, smoking and broken. We don't give a shit. Burn it down, Benjamin Lacey. You earned it out there tonight, buddy. I'm going to take a good place to pause this screen. Right there. Now, that pole's in our fucking way, so we're going to try something else here. Benjamin Lacey burning it down. Right there. That's a good enough shot for that feller. And I'm going to run down here and see if I can find him in the Discord server. And he is in the Xfinity lobby, so... Benjamin Lacey, Vern Bradley in a broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Man, holy crap. You want to talk about dominating.
I like Michigan a lot. I'll just leave it at that. One of my favorite tracks on here, man.
Well, that's all you have to say. I mean, you could. It evidently showed up in your driving here, but when you qualified P1, did you think you had that kind of rocket ship under you tonight? That's my question.
Knew it was gonna be fast. I saw Chuck chilling away in the back. So I was like, okay, that's probably a good thing for me, because Chuck's always got good speed, especially at tracks like this. He's just one of those guys. So, yeah. Obviously, I think if we had maybe one more pit stop cycle, I think he probably would have caught me and passed me. He had that type of speed tonight. So, just turned out to be track position, man. But knew we were gonna be fast one way or the other, but it just a matter of where we ended up.
So you're going to say that it did help that it went green for as long as it did after we had that first caution early?
Oh, yeah. Definitely helped me out. Definitely clean air, too. That's another factor here.
Right.
Getting out front, getting that clean air, keep the engine cool. We're fighting that battle all night tonight. Like a couple people had their engines go, so that was a good time. But, yeah, I think definitely track position and that early caution come down. At that point, is just can we make it, and do we need to conserve a set of tires? Which the way it worked out, didn't have to.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. You 74. That's the number that you led tonight of the 85 laps. So awesome job right there, Benjamin Lacey.
Wow, didn't realize there was that many. Shoot.
That's what I told you. I mean, you just dominated the thing, literally.
Yeah. Good grief.
There's nothing wrong with that. But I'll tell you something else I want to throw out there to you, too, is winning a race this season, whether it's in the Xfinity car or the
Hmm.
Truck Series, is going to lock you in to the All-Star race, and that'll put you in a chance to race for, I believe it's a 1-year iRacing subscription.
Ooh, nice.
So
Okay.
that'll be a nice little bonus for you.
Yeah, that'll
But
be fun.
you are locked into that show with winning here tonight, man, and you're also locked into the chase.
Sick. I like to hear that.
Yep. So you locked yourself into two things, and you did it in dominating fashion, man. You really did. I can't put it any other way.
It was a fun race. Um, I was kind of curious if Chuck was going to make it up there toward the end, make it a two-horse race there toward the end, 'cause he definitely had it. And looks like we didn't have any one of the other fast guys here that's always up front. Keaton Tripp. So I don't know where he was at tonight, uh, but yeah, it was fun, man.
I haven't seen Keaton yet this season, but it doesn't mean he won't show up next week. Him or Austin. What do they call him? Keaty Trip or Trippy Keat?
Trippy Keat, that's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah, and Swagner.
yeah,
Austin
Wagner.
Wagner,
Yeah, no.
Swagner.
Now that we've called them out, they'll probably be here next week, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's probably you probably started it. You saying that probably got us going on the broadcast, and we'll see him here next week. But Ben, do you have
very
anyone
cool.
you want to thank while we got you in here, buddy?
Yeah, there's Film in the Wild, sponsor on the car. I actually just dropped a new video on YouTube here the other day about Yellowstone with a kind of a new lens that they were working with. So check it out. It's actually a really cool video. I've seen it myself.
Heck
It's
yeah.
pretty dope. So give it a shot and see what happens. And obviously you guys here, man, up in the booth. Haven't heard Nation pipe in with anything yet though, so
Well,
maybe
he's
he's
not
out. But
here.
all right, well,
if you
Nation.
if you catch the broadcast, you'll know what's going on. I had his camera view. The mothership circling the Michigan Speedway. You've probably seen it out there. And
Oh, that's what that was.
Nation's got the
Okay.
aliens working the cameras, Ben. So
Okay. There we go.
yeah,
There we go.
so
Well, hope
he's
he's doing well. So,
I'm sure he is, but I can't guarantee you the fate of the aliens.
yep,
Ben, congrats on the win and locking yourself into the chase, and of course the All Star race, man. And it's awesome having you back in the booth this season.
Yeah, likewise, man. Likewise.
So awesome! Congratulations once again, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
Alrighty, sounds good.
All righty. So that was Ben Lacey right there, your race winner. I got to put the winner thing up right there. Winner, Benjamin Lacey, 7 car. So now I'm going to go back and find our second place driver, and I have to take this away, and I might have to rewind it just a little bit here. I don't know why I had to rewind it, but probably because we need to back up a lap. But while I had done that, we can go ahead and put this up, and we can go maybe a different camera view, or there he is right there. So we got a picture of his car. Back it up where we can see it and get it off of pit road. They look better on the racetrack is all I'm saying. All right. So good enough shot, good enough shot of it right there. And Chuck Sweeting, Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, Vern, how's it going?
Man, I'll tell you, I was watching that race, and that 7 seconds after that final pit stop is a pretty big gap to overcome. But man, you were doing your best to do it, Chuck.
Yeah, the strategy just didn't work out in my favor tonight. I didn't take tires on that first stop. After last night's race, I thought maybe we would get some more cautions, but everybody kept it clean tonight, and yeah, saved a set of tires in the pits and could have used them. But I don't know. Ben's fast everywhere we go, so, and he's a nice guy too. So I'm glad to see him get the win.
So I am going to ask you: do you think the long run hurt you? Could you use the caution to help you close the gap? Because I know you started way in the back here in this one.
Well, yeah, I just didn't take those tires on that first caution, and that put me behind. So
Gotcha.
going green the rest of the way, I had to have a caution to ever catch him, but I did my best. I cut a couple seconds out of it, but it just wasn't enough.
So you could take tires the whole race. That's what Ben proved to us.
Yeah, but if you'd have done that last night, you'd have been on old tires and
Right.
gotten beaten. So that's part of the strategy. It's what makes it exciting and it makes it fun and can be frustrating like tonight for me, but makes it interesting anyway. So
Yeah,
yeah,
McCauley, he threw us a curveball tonight, Chuck. He cut it down to 85 laps.
yeah, it was probably going to be kind of tight on fuel if we hadn't had that first caution, and then I don't know, it kind of mixed everything up a little bit, but and then we had the cars were overheating tonight too. If
Oh.
you could run flat out the first 5 laps, but it'd blow the motor on like lap 6 if you did that. So you had to really manage it, and pretty much the whole run. I don't know what the deal was with iRacing and that setup. I think somebody screwed up somewhere, but
Yeah, they're
yeah,
going
I
to
don't
need
know.
to address that one, Chuck. That's an issue.
Yeah, it is. They probably don't know it yet, but it wasn't it wasn't the end of the world if we were able to manage it. A couple of the guys had some trouble, I think, but you just had to keep it below 270 and on the water temp, and at least I did, and that kept it okay.
Well, I'm telling you, man. I mean, I've been watching these races the last 2 weeks, and what you're showing me is the king of consistency, Chuck.
Yeah, second 2 nights in a row, always the bridesmaid, right? But yeah, it's going to be a long season. There's a lot of good guys that can win any week. So I know Richard had trouble tonight, so it could have been him or Ben or any a number of 3 or 4 other guys that could have been up there fighting for the win. We just had a lot of strategy tonight with the tires and the water temperature and all that, and it kind of spread things out a little bit.
Well, man, I watch you run over here on Tuesday and Wednesday night, and I watch you race again on Sunday night. And you got competition no matter where you go these days, Chuck.
Oh yeah, definitely. And yeah, I haven't had any luck on Sunday nights. I've had the wrong strategy every time I've raced over there, but I've had speed at times. I just I don't know. Either I screwed up, and made mistakes, or same thing as like what happened tonight. I should have used those tires on that first stop, but that first caution. But you don't know that at that time.
Well, if you look on the YouTube on the stream, you'll see that I got it paused at, and I really got your car about the closest it got to the 7 car tonight. So
Yeah, I was cutting it down maybe a half a tenth a lap the last I don't know, last 40 laps or something like that.
actually,
It was
I checked it a couple times, and there were times you were cutting it down 2/10 a lap.
Yeah, I think the draft was affecting. If I had a draft and he didn't, and
Gotcha.
he might have been running up on a lap car or just trying. He's leading too. He's got to be careful and not overheat it and not
Exactly.
abuse the tires. So he had that luxury, and I was full out the whole time. Just wasn't enough though.
I mathed it, did a little quick math, and I could tell by the rate you were catching him that there just wasn't enough laps.
Yeah, I kind of knew that too. I was, my only hope was that he either made a mistake, which I've raced with him enough now to know that he's not going to do that, or he had some sort of other trouble. But I don't wish that on him. He's like I say, he's a good guy and he's a fast racer, so he deserves to win.
Well, that's good sportsmanship there. Yeah, Macaulay and I talked about it last night. Last night's race went way too long, so we decided to cut this one down a few more laps, and that way we could get done at a decent hour. So
Yeah, it was kind of late last night.
we
Yeah,
probably should have cut back a set of tires, Chuck.
yeah, probably should have because they were able to get tires every stop tonight. But last night wouldn't have been so long. We just had it's a pack racing on a. It's okay at Daytona and Talladega, but when you start doing it on the new Atlanta or at Michigan or
You're
something,
right.
you've even the pros wreck when they're
Cautions.
pack racing,
Yep.
and they don't have they don't have latency in their connections. So
NASCAR did it to make it more exciting and put asses in the seat.
yeah, I know. I don't
But in
I don't know.
sim racing, in sim racing, what it does is makes for a long night.
Yeah, it really does, because you get close to somebody, you might have contact even though you really don't have contact. And
Exactly, and
iRacing just reads it that way.
you can thank netcode and internet connections and people having completely different internet connections and computer speeds, and all of it goes into that. So that's just more science than I want to deal with, Chuck.
Yeah, same here. Same here. But it's what we're stuck with these things, and it's better now than it was before. Everybody's got better connections. Most people have better connections now. So, and iRacing is always trying to improve it, but it'll never be perfect. But it's not too bad.
Well, feller, you're going to come out of this week with a couple of top 2 finishes, so good week here for you.
Yeah, it's a good week. We'll try to better them by one next week.
There you go.
Both nights.
That's the right attitude. Take it to old Atlanta and put one on them. Chuck, you got anyone you want to thank while we got you in the booth, buddy?
Hey, just the usual. You, Michael, Hal, of course, with Amy Contracting for all the support they do for the league, and that's about it. I just enjoy running every time we race. It's a blast for me.
Yeah, it's fun having you over here, man, and it's awesome watching you out on the racetrack because I know when you make a start that you're going to do your best to put on a show and go after the win, and that's what it's all about week in and week out, Chuck. So I'm sure I'll have you in here in Victory Lane pretty soon.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm having fun either way, though.
Well, good deal, Chuck. Congrats on the top 2, man, and I'll see you next week. Actually, I'll see you Sunday night probably.
Yeah, you'll see me. I don't know if I get to talk to you. Hopefully I will, though.
Well, that'd be cool, man. We'll have a conversation then if we can, but have a good night.
All right, thanks a lot. You have a good night, too.
So Chuck Sweeting, always a good one to get in the interviews right here, but I'm going to go back and, oh, damn it, going to have to move the rewind again, get a little better shot of that car right there. There we go. Maybe a different camera view? I don't know. I like that one. We'll deal with that. Let's pull this driver up. John Sanu, Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, Vern.
Man, that 86 car was looking good for basically the whole race, John. I watched you drive that thing up there, and your stingy butt kept that top 3.
Yeah, I found a pretty good line and a good entry and stuff to work for me. I actually came off that last run at an 80 right front, 90 right rear. So I just really tried to conserve the tires, and I think we got a little bit of an advantage on that first caution. We did some math real quick and realized we could take tires all the way throughout, and that set us back, Jacob and I, from like 3rd and 8th to like 7th and 12th, and we got back up top 5 within a lap and a half. So tires were huge difference here for sure. However, I don't think anybody had anything for that 7 car. He was on rails.
Yeah, and that was going to be my my next question is did you take tires every stop or did you save a set or what happened there?
No, we did like I said, we did the math real quick. I think caution was like 11 or 13, and we were getting about 23 laps to the tank,
Gotcha.
so we had enough.
You had enough to do it.
We had to run every fuel run out to save enough for green white checkers if that happened. But
Gotcha.
Yeah, we had enough to pull tires every pit after that.
There you go. Good job, man. And it worked out for you to get a top 3, but I'll tell you what did the 86 car need to get up there maybe to fight for second or even to win here tonight? A caution late, do you think you had something for those guys?
I might have. Chuck, who knows? He's always fast. It's ironic how we always complain he does so bad at these tracks, and yet he always messes up in the front. So
he's the king of consistency, John.
Yeah, I think I might have had something for Chuck because when we were around each other, you could tell it was kind of to me it seemed like pretty much just a difference of tires. He might have been a little bit faster, but to me I think tires would have put us really close. Benjamin though, he just had it wired. Maybe if I could get behind him and watch his line. I tried catching his line out in the distance. He was so far ahead. Tried running his line. It worked pretty decent, but I couldn't exactly see entry point. He was fast. I think he was without a doubt the class of the field tonight. I don't think anybody had anything for him. Chuck was gaining on him.
Chuck was mowing on him on that last run.
Yeah, he was catching him. And you can never count Chuck out. No matter what. You can never count him out. He's always going to be a factor. So if he's behind you, you got to be cognizant of where he's at, where he's gaining. But
well, they're good ones to learn from too, John.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, other than that, good race. Try to keep it clean. Try to conserve the tires throughout the run because it was really easy to burn the tires. You had to watch motor temp a little bit. It was a little bit more in the beginning when you were faster, or like into the run. If you got a little bit of a run on somebody, you were a little higher RPM. It would dip into the
Right.
260, 270, but it would come right off into the entry. So you just really had to watch that. So if you're in traffic, you probably had to be really alert on that. But other than that, it's a pretty good run. Yeah, I tried to keep it up to the front most of the time, and just try to keep it clean, run a good solid line, not burn off the tires, and just hope it worked out. So yeah, pretty happy. Good start to the season in this division for sure. A second and a third, so I can't complain.
Yeah, and a good recovery from last night here in the truck series. So
Yeah, last night was a whole different conversation. By the way, on that restart, I didn't miss a gear. The idiot behind the wheel forgot to put it in second, and we still trolling around in fourth when the green flag came up.
well, close enough. You missed
Yeah,
you missed a gear under caution, did.
yeah. So, but yeah, so far in this class, I seem to be doing pretty good in these cars. Probably I have a little help from, I'm getting a little more time behind the wheel in this car on Sundays as well. So that definitely is another place. I'm just, I'm just
Right.
trying to learn. And as you get up here closer, I'm noticing I'm able to pick up the lines from the guys that are faster. And I think
Yeah, and
that's,
on Sunday nights, a good crew to do that for. There's some bad fast people in that group.
yeah,
So
absolutely. And some of them run in here. So it's good to get around those guys too. And I just really sort of watch and try to learn. You always learn. I always try to be around guys that are better than me. That's how you learn. Watch and see what they do. So
you're exactly right, man.
maybe I'll get lucky and pull one off this year.
Well, John, do you have anyone you want to thank while we got you in the booth, buddy?
No, tonight's the self-sponsored car. This is the F350 with the open trailer car with no sponsors.
No sponsors on it tonight.
But I will take a second to say hey to mom and dad. I know they'll be watching this tomorrow. So hey, mom, hi, dad. So
I never forget week in and week out to give them a shout out, John.
I will tell you, my mom always thinks that's really cool. She always mentions like, yeah, Vern said hi again. So yeah, that makes her day. So I appreciate that.
I love it because I know they're going to tune into it, whether it be tonight or tomorrow. Doesn't really matter. But man, it's good to see you picking up the momentum and the speed and certainly the confidence. I can hear it in your voice now, John. So it's really good to hear that.
No, I appreciate it. Hey, it all started here. I started here when I first got on iRacing. This is where I started. So it's all I attest a lot of it to what I've learned here in this league. So I give this credit a lot of my development into where it's gone and where it's still going. I still have a lot to learn, but it's all due to this league and you and Hal putting this all together. What was it, 5-6 years ago, something like that?
It's been a minute for sure.
Yeah, well, and I've come from running in the back all the time to slowly work my way forward. So we'll see. I'm just trying to get better, trying to race as clean as I can.
Well, man, it's exciting watching you pick up the speed and all that momentum and the confidence. And I wish you the best of luck, not just in the Xfinity series on Wednesday night, but on Sunday night and Tuesday night as well.
Thanks. Like I said, you guys have a lot to do it, so I'm very appreciative of you and Hal putting this whole deal together through the very beginning and all that. And by the way, I'm loving the old school graphics. It's very cool. I watched the broadcast from last night. It takes me back.
I didn't throw it back tonight. I went with the newer one because it Throwback Wednesday don't sound as good as Throwback Tuesday.
Yeah, it doesn't really roll off the tongue as well.
Yeah, it doesn't roll off as well, but I appreciate that, John. Have a great night, buddy, and enjoy that top three. Come back at Old Atlanta, and you keep finishing around this top three, you're gonna win it.
Sooner or later, I'm gonna get lucky, and I'm gonna be in the position I need. Yeah, hopefully it'll be here. I just got to be patient, not press it, and it'll happen. I have confidence it'll happen here eventually. I'll be able to snag one of these, but I'm just happy to be up where I'm at and getting respect to the guys that run up around here, and we run each other pretty clean, and I learn a lot, so I appreciate that. And so yeah, it's a lot. And again, thanks to you and Hal, and especially with you with the broadcast time too, man. It's like I said, at the end of the day, I put it all to you guys for starting this whole thing. So
well, we
thank you guys.
Appreciate it, John. Have a good night, man. Enjoy it.
Yep, thanks, Vern. I appreciate it.
Good run, John.
So John Sanu, driving 86 car. Hal Amy, what's going on, buddy?
How you doing?
I'm doing a broadcast.
Yes, sir.
Is Cody still down there or did he bail out? He's still there.
I think he's there.
Okay. He's our driver of the day tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, he was the fan choice. I And I know I don't want to tell Johnson knew this, but I was kind of pulling for him to get in top 3 so I could do a double interview.
Right?
Damn, I'm stingy. Cody Williams, Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth. Hal Amy with me. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Man, you know why you're in here?
Actually, I don't.
It's not because you ran fourth. We only interview the top 3. And I was hoping you'd get around that third place position so I could do a double interview. Because you, my friend, are the driver of the day.
Oh, hell yeah. Appreciate it, guys.
Yep, you got the most votes on YouTube, and I'll tell you, you was battling with the 86 car late, but it looked like you may have just fell off of them a little bit, Cody. What happened?
Yeah, I pitted a little sooner. I tried to get some tires on there about 2 or 3 laps before they did. I went in just to try to make up some time, and I wasn't able to hold them off. The tires were such a big fall off. Them 3 lap difference, really showed up at the end. So I tried to fight him off, but I figured I'd just let him go and get a good finish.
Well, that was just me being stingy because I didn't want to do 4 interviews, but I'll tell you what, it was worth it anyway, right?
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
It was a fun race.
Macaulay and I talked about the race being a little too long last night, and then tonight you guys only have 1 caution flag, so the race might have been a little bit too short.
Yeah, and that's where I messed up because I was thinking that it was going to be at least as long as last night. So the first pit stop, I didn't take tires because I didn't think I was going to have enough tires till the end. And then I come to realize that I could have took tires every time. So I would have at least probably been up there with Chuck maybe at the end because I ended up having a fresh set of tires left over.
Well, it's kind of my fault, I'm like, man, this thing's dragging on for a long time, and Macaulay's like, yeah, I think we should cut tomorrow night's race shorter, and I meant to message him because what we have 6 cautions last night.
Yeah.
That's what took longer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I tried to tell him that.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the amount of cautions that took longer, and we've known that from season after season. And I should have messaged Macaulay because I wasn't thinking about it last night because I seen so much green flag racing too.
Yeah, and the cautions didn't really start stacking up towards the end. So.
Exactly, and that kind of happens when you get late in a race and bunch up a field.
Right. That pretty much is super speedway, yeah, in the trucks.
That's exactly what it is, and pack racing on these tracks that aren't as big as Talladega and Daytona makes it more difficult even.
Yeah, it does.
So you got driver of the day, though. I believe that's your first this season. So
It is, yep. Yep.
Good deal. You have anyone you want to thank while we got you up here? And also, how's the baby doing?
Baby's doing great. I had her last night. I didn't get to finish the race last night. She started crying with about 20 to go. I had to pull over and park it.
That's cute.
But she's good, and yeah, just a big shout out to all the teammates, everybody at HJRM, everybody here at WFO helps put on these races, and I appreciate everybody out there who's watching and voting, and it's a lot of fun for us to try to get stuff like that, so it's cool.
Well, it's super cool to hear the baby's doing good, man, and take care of the baby and go kick some ass on Sunday night now.
Gonna try. We'll give it a shot.
All right, Cody. Congrats on the driver of the day, man.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Yep. So Cody Williams right there, driver of the 12th car, and we got Hal Amy in the booth.
Yes, you do.
And you were 11th tonight, feller, but that's not really how fast the car was. I think you just needed a caution about midway or later.
Yeah. I had a set of tires in the bank too, but I think I should have took them to begin with.
Gotcha. So you rocked the new paint job tonight on the Xfinity car.
Yep.
Looks real good.
Yep. Looks nice.
Yep, good deal. Anything you need to add to the viewers tonight? We still got a few of them tuned in, Hal.
Just thanks to them all coming out, man. Share this and get 1,000 subscribers so we can give this stuff away.
Yeah, and I did debut the new camera tonight. If you rewatch the broadcast, you're going to see it. Nation did send me a new camera from the mothership.
Nice.
So he got the mothership hovering around Michigan during the race, and you've probably seen it up there a few times. And they were
Maybe.
He got the aliens working on the cameras, so we were able to get that view out there tonight. But while I got you in the booth and while I'm thinking about it, we need to push people. Share the stream, do whatever you need to do. Get it out there. And get it out there. I'm serious. We want to give shit away, don't we, Hal?
Yes, we do.
We really do. We don't, but we do. We want to challenge the viewers to get us to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And when we do that, we're going to start a giveaway. And we're just going to give shit away until we ain't got nothing left to give away.
Right.
Probably not that much, Hal, but
Right.
we're going to give some stuff away. We're going to give enough stuff away for you to go sim racing. Not just sim racing, we're going to put your ass on iRacing for a year or two. And then you can come over here at WFO on Tuesday and Wednesday nights and see how good you actually are.
Right.
Because you know they view and they're like, I could do that better. Well, let's give
Right.
them a chance to do it better, Hal.
Yeah, show us.
Yep, show us. We're going to give you all the stuff to do it, but you got to do one thing. You got to help the WFO Racing Network on YouTube hit 1,000 subscribers. And when we do, the giveaway is going to happen and somebody's getting free shit. We're even going to include the shipping. You believe that? Damn.
Right.
Damn, that's going to hurt.
I know it.
That's got to hurt there. But I think that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. Really good racing. We had one caution flag early on, and then thing went clean and green after that. Man, we never did see another caution.
That's right.
And Hal would have liked to had one or two, but
I needed one at least.
wasn't quite like last night, but still a good run for you in 11th there. And I know you were in the top 10 for a little bit, so.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yep, good run for you. Congrats to Benjamin Lacey one more time on winning tonight's race. And I got points to do. I want to thank all the viewers that tuned in tonight, that tune in week and week out. We appreciate you. We'll be back next Tuesday night with the Amy Contract and Tuesday night truck series. But until then, be safe, and we'll see you next week.